Hello everybody, this is Glenn with Best Price Nutrition. Today I'm going to go over the Noxipro Chrome from CTD Labs. This is their 1,3 or geranium or DMAA free version. So with the possible ban coming on that ingredient, we don't know for sure when. They've decided to get ahead of the game and they've come out with a 1,3 free version. So their new formula. It is a pre-workout supplement. There's 40 servings inside of it, or 40 scoops. So I'll go down the blend of ingredients. This is a proprietary blend. There's 6,074 milligrams, or basically around 6 grams of active ingredients. First ingredient is beta-alanine. If you've seen our videos, we've done plenty of them on beta-alanine. It buffers the acid that dissociates from lactic acid, so it can lessen the burn effect, provide you with more endurance in the workout and through the set and the workout. Next, L-Arginine Alpha-Ketoglutarate. This is probably in here for the pump effect, but if you've seen some other videos we've done, we've shown that arginine gets in the body. Yes, on paper it should convert into nitric oxide, but you have some homeostatic mechanisms that will inhibit that from happening. Specifically an enzyme called arginase. Moving on to the next one, creatine hydrochloride. Basically, it's creatine bonded to hydrochloric acid. It's a newer form of creatine that's out there. I think Concrete was the first product to come out with creatine hydrochloride. So creatine, the benefits of that. It donates a phosphate group to ADP to make ATP, thus enhancing your energy levels. Next ingredient, Fibersol 2, soluble corn fiber. What I could find out about this is that it's used as a thickening agent or bulking agent. I'm not sure if they're saying there's any physiological effect, energy boosting or anything like that. I think that from what I can gather, maybe they added it to thicken or bulken up the powder. I'm not sure. It is a fiber. Maybe possibly the idea is to slow down the absorption or slow down the passage of the ingredients through the digestive tract. I'm not sure, but that is in there. Next is N-carbamyl-glutamate. Also, you could call it NCG. There's an enzyme that is needed to produce arginine in the body, and it can activate that enzyme. Also, in underdeveloped piglets, they have found that it can actually increase protein synthesis. So, not so much in humans, but there is a lot of promising research out there. Years ago, there was a product that was supposed to be released by BSN called NCGR. Never made it to the market because I think the pharmaceutical companies wanted to keep that ingredient for themselves. So, I think they've since let the ingredient go. So, CTD does put it in their product. Another effect is that it can help reduce ammonia buildup, it can happen while you're working out. So that would be a reason for that. L-tyrosine, it's sort of a stimulatory amino acid, can provide some energy. CarbJet, they call medium chain glucose polymer. The information I can gather, it's just a carbohydrate, or sort of similar to carbolin, or I guess you could say waxy maize. The idea is they're thinking that it's a slower absorbing carb, so maybe you're going to get a little bit of a glycogen effect, or increasing glycogen levels. I don't know how much of that you're actually going to get, because this is being a 6-gram dosage. Most oftentimes when you see carbolin, it's at a much higher dosage. And then next ingredient, caffeine. And then theobromine. Theobromine is another stimulant. It's found in like chocolate and ingredients like that, can provide a stimulatory effect. And then something called N-caffeine. It's a trademarked term, and they call it taste masked caffeine. All I could find is that it literally is just caffeine, and they mask the taste somehow. But it should just provide the effects that caffeine does. Agmatine sulfate, very popular ingredient now in a lot of pre-workout supplements, a lot of pump products. It can increase nitric oxide levels, and also it can inhibit that enzyme that breaks down nitric oxide. So you've got a twofold nitric oxide approach. Also, it is it's being found to be a neurotransmitter, stimulate the brain, mood, focus, things like that. Next, R-beta-methylphenylethylamine and phenylethylamine hydrochloride, also known as PEA. The first one I mentioned is, I think it's a derivative of PEA. It possesses some stimulant properties, mood enhancement, energy, focus. The The ingredient though has a very short half-life. It'll clear itself through the body pretty quickly, but it is if you've taken it by yourself, people do notice, or by itself, people do notice an enhancement in mood, a little bit of energy from it, focus. Then you've got N-methyltyramine hydrochloride, a popular ingredient that's out there now that as a stimulant that's thought to possibly replace 1,3 or be an alternative for people looking to get away from it. So that's sort of other than caffeine, the main stimulant portion of this product. Picatropin or picamillin, however you say it. Basically it's GABA bound to niacin. So it's very popular for people who take it by itself for social anxiety. So it can actually reduce anxiety. People say they take it and they feel more outgoing, more courageous. They might do the same thing. They talk to people more that they may not do otherwise. So that may be in there to provide a little bit of a mood or an energy, or not energy, but more of a mood enhancement property to it. Hordenine is a stimulant that has been shown that when combined with other stimulants, it may increase the potency of stimulants or other ingredients along with it. So that's probably why that's in there. And then you've got alpha-Yohimbe, or I should say alpha-Yohimbine. Yohimbe is a very popular weight loss, energy boosting ingredient. And alpha-Yohimbine is basically it's the alpha version or an isomer of Yohimbe that has been shown to not have all the nasty side effects that Yohimbine can produce. Yohimbine can produce side effects such as heart racing, sweats. Some people claim they see trails and things like that. It's a popular, potent ingredient, but people don't want all those side effects. So the alpha-Yohimbe just doesn't provide those. If you've ever taken the two, there's a big difference in the way you feel on them while they're still working in the body the same way. So basically that's all of the ingredients that are inside of it. 40 scoops inside of the bottle. I do recommend starting with 1 scoop per serving. I don't know how much caffeine there is per scoop. Some of the guys here have tried it and they're pretty tolerant to stimulants, and they say 1 scoop is good enough for them. I know that these guys that make the product, they love stimulants, so they wanted to find something that they themselves could take. Big stimulant boost, allow you to get through a workout. And that's the main thing with pre-workouts is a lot of times we can judge things by ingredients, but this one, the main thing you want to judge it by is a stimulant blend. The caffeine and the N-methyltyramine and things like that are in here, they are going to provide an energy boost, a mental focus. So that's kind of how you want to judge a pre-workout supplement. So that's the new formula, Noxipro Chrome. It is the 1,3 free version. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and post them in the comment section. You can also find us at facebook.com/bestpricenutrition. Thank you.